you with it, drop it.
Hello y'all, I'm back with another video, and it's your girl Abby, and today what I'll be talking about is the time there was a fight in college, my first semester. So it's I get out of high school, right? So I'm like 17, 18. This is the time where I enrolled into the university, right? And then you know, we're having our first semester, we're getting to know each other, you know the first day, you say icebreakers, you talk to one another. The teacher says, introduce yourselves, what did you do this summer, or just like tells you like what's your interests, your hobbies, or whatever not. So I'm like, okay. So I met like a lot of good friends that semester. Like that was the semester that like we all had each other's backs. Like we were really good friends. Like we made basically like a family that semester. So I met this girl, whatever, and she was from Dubai, and she was like my best friend from that class, and we would always like talk to each other, whatever. So this particular morning, like everything seemed strange, right? So it's Monday morning. The class is like, I think it was like 2 weeks in or 3. So we're going through our normal schedule, whatever, and the professor's teaching. So he's teaching, whatever, and I'm talking to my friend. I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm talking to her, right? So I'm like, oh, like, did you do your homework? Like, I'm basically talking about like the class and stuff, and she's like, yeah, I did my homework and stuff. And then we're like talking about like the weekend, what happened, whatever. It's a Monday, right? So basically, like in the weekend, you go out with your friends, or like you have fun or whatever. So all of that was happening. Mind y'all, this guy comes, right? He's our friend, but like we don't know him that good. Like we're still trying to know each other. So he comes in or whatever. So I'm sitting like basically in the front, but like 2 rows down. So I'm like close to the professor, and then my other friend is sitting like next to me or whatever. And then like these 2 girls come in. I think we knew them, but not like as much. So they're like, can we sit down like in your area? And we're like, sure. Like, so we got up, and like they told us to move. So we're like, okay. Like, so me and my friend moved to the other side. So basically like this side, like there was a row here, a row here, and a row here. So we basically just like moved across. So we moved or whatever. And then so then we're like talking or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, I kid you not, like, okay, it was like my friend was sitting next to me, and I was like near the wall. Like all of a sudden we just see like a chair fly. Like literally like a chair fly. We see like the table flipping
All sorts
up,
of objects
and like we're just
flying low.
watching. We're like, what is going on? Like, what is there something wrong? So like we looked over there, and we're just like we're just like, what's going on? And then like things are flying. So basically like this guy that was sitting in the front, but like on this row, like he got so mad at this guy, because this guy behind him, he was like talking or whatever. He was like I think he was like bothering him or whatever. So then they're just like, he was like I guess he was like irritated, or I don't know what like he took or whatever, but like he was very irritated. So like he was like basically like picking on him, but he didn't know he was. Like it was kind of weird. So then like he like confronts him, and like he pushes him, and like starts punching him and stuff. And we're just like literally, me and my friend were like we cannot believe what's happening. So then this guy that was our friend that we knew, like he tried to stop the fight, and the professor, he was still writing on the board. And like again, like we're shocked. Like everything happened so fast in an instant. Like your mind just you become shocked. Like when things happen so fast, you're just like, you don't know what's happening. Like, so everything happened so fast, and the professor was like writing on the board, and we're just there. And then the professor like realized what was going on, and he's like, oh my gosh, like what happened? Like he was like trying to stop the fight, and he's like, if you say this one more time, blah blah blah. And like he was like talking all this stuff. And then me and my friend were like we're still like so confused on like what's going on, and we just keep looking. We're just like what? And then my friend was so funny. She's like, now I'm awake, because she like, we're like half asleep. Like it's a Monday, you know how Mondays are, like you're always like half asleep and trying to like focus, but it's a Monday. So she's like, I'm awake. Like, we all started laughing. So then that altercation happened, and then so he stepped out, and the teacher's like, you know what, step out. And then he's like, I'm gonna call security or the police, because he had to, like, that was protocol. So he's like, I'm gonna call the police, you know, I'm gonna tell them everything that you did, whatever. And then the guy that was like the one that he like dropped over, like, he was like, are you okay? Like, we're all like checking up on him, and he's like, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, but I didn't think that was gonna like trigger him. Like, something triggered him. I really don't know what it was, but it seemed like very, like, if he was like mad about something. So he was like, sir, go step outside. So then he steps outside. The police come or whatever, and we're just waiting there. And we're like, all of us, like, you know, all of us that met each other, we're all talking about it. We're like, so like, why do you think he did? Like, we're all like gossiping. So then the police came or whatever, and they're like, they took a while. They were like talking or whatever. And then because our professor at the time, like, he was very sweet. Like, he was a good person. Like, he was a good teacher, and he, even if, like, let's say you needed help with the assignment, like, he would help you. So that took a while, whatever. And then they asked the professor, they're like, do you want to press charges? And the professor was like, no, like, no, it's fine. Like, he's just having like a bad day. Like, he was like covering up for him. And then that's when the guy came back. And then because again, like, we became family. Like, even though we were still like figuring out who we were, like, trying to get to know each other, like, we became very close. So then all of us were like, are you gonna, you know, press charges, or like, you know, like, send him away? And the first is like, no, like, I'm not gonna do that, you know, he's probably just having a bad day. So he comes in, he's like, sorry, like, he gives like this whole speech in front of the class. He's like, I'm sorry guys, like, I've been having a rough day. And he's like, it's probably something I drank or whatever. And we're just looking at him, we're like all of us were like, no, it's fine, like, but like, don't let it get out of hand again, like, because the poor kid, like, he was probably like in shock, just like how we were. So we're on shock or whatever. So he says that, we're like, no, it's fine, it's fine. So that's basically was like my first semester, and like, that happened. I was like, so this is what college is? It was like crazy. But at the end of the day, like, after like everything happened, like, we met outside, because I think it was like lunch break, or like we were done with the class. So we all met outside, and we are just talking about it. And he's like he was still apologizing, like, which it's okay, like, we all make mistakes. We're like, no, it's okay. And he was like talking more about like himself. He was like, yeah, I have like a gym in my house, you know, like, I work out. He's like, and I'm doing this, like, he was saying his degree and stuff. And me and my friend were like, oh, okay, like, we're just like, you know, talking to him, and like, we're all talking, whatever. So yeah, that was like the time that a fight happened in my university that I enrolled in the first semester. And it was crazy because it was just like, I didn't expect that, you know, but it's college, like, you never expect anything. It's way different from high school. Like, you can see the environment changes very, very fast. So yeah, like, that was a time where it was crazy, and he just that altercation happened, that fight happened, and me and my friend were still in shock or whatever. But yeah, like, college, if you think college is like the same thing as high school, it really is not. Like, you have a lot of time outside of the class. Like, you have a lot more free time that you can like study for your exams. But like, make sure, a tip for college students out there, like, make sure you take that time and make sure you actually study, because a lot of people, what they do is like, they have a lot of free time and they don't study, and they do really bad in their exams. And there should be no reason for that, especially like if they're giving you like a long period of time. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just say like my stories, and just say that that day, because it was like my experience that I think I should like put out, because you just never really expect, especially your first semester in college, like, you're trying to know the campus, you're trying to meet new friends, you know. So when things like that happen, it's just like, it's crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. And again, for those college students out there, just make sure you study for your exams, make sure you write notes, make sure you go to the library, hang out with your friends, you know, like, you really meet new people each and every day. and like those people can become like your family, you know, because you see them every day. So yeah, y'all, I just want to say on to the next video, and peace. I'm out.